What's up? Another video. So, this is the time me in 7th grade. Let's just say I wasn't that popular, and this kind of shows what friends I had. I was in 7th grade in science class. In our science class, we had right when you walked in, we had rows of just the chairs that were attached to that desk thing. To the right, we had centers that we worked at. I sat in the front row with my best friend Michaela. So we were watching this science movie for the whole science class. My science teacher was like, okay, so this video, it explains the cycle of life, and you guys are just gonna watch what happens. Graphic thing happens, and we're like, okay, just stop the video when you get there, I guess. She's like, all right, it's coming up. I've never had problems where I've passed out because of graphic things. I've never just passed out before. And she plays the video, and it's playing, and it's fine. It's legit just showing animals. And then a lady comes on hiking up a cliff, and then there's legit a cliff, and she gets to the top of the mountain. My teacher stops it there, and she's like, okay, so listen, this lady's gonna break her leg. Should I show it or not? And everybody's like, yeah, show it, whatever. I was like, yeah, sure, show it. I don't really care. I've never had a problem with that before. The lady stands at the end of the cliff, trips, falls 100 feet down to the bottom. When she's at the bottom, her leg is completely sticking out. So a normal leg is like this, right? Her leg was like this, but her knee was out to here. There was blood everywhere, full bone. It was nasty. It was I never broken a bone in my body before. I was totally fine. She's just looking at her knee, she's screaming for help. I'm looking at the screen and I'm like, oh my God, I was like, that's just disgusting. And I started to hear ringing in my ears, totally just and I'm looking around. I'm I'm tapping Michaela's shoulder. I'm I'm about to pass out. And she was like, whatever, you're fine. And I just start seeing black spots. I look at Michaela, I go, I'm gonna pass out. And she looks at me, and I am pale white. And I just grab onto her shoulder, and I fall back. Stools? Okay, the stools, first of all, were way too tall. The stool was a solid 3 feet high. It had concrete flooring, and just sitting there, I follow Michaela, and I fall back, and I just black out. I do not remember anything. I don't remember passing out, but I just remember falling on Michaela. 5 minutes later, I'm on the ground, just lying there, and then my teacher shakes my body, and I pull myself under the big things that I was lying on, and I was just under there freaking out. She was shaking me, and I was like, dude, you're not helping. Everybody's just looking at me. At this time, I was wearing a crop top and a tank top, and I just had fat but I didn't have a lot of close friends. I probably had 2 or 3. One was in that class, which was Michaela. And then 5 minutes later, she's like, the nurse is coming, the nurse is coming. I walk out in the hallway, she's holding me, and she's grasping me. The nurse comes with a wheelchair. She puts me on the wheelchair, and we're about to wheel down the hallway, and I'm like, all right, I really have to go to the bathroom. Can I pee? She's like, sure. So I opened the door, and I was like, okay, I can go to the bathroom. And I'm dripping in sweat, I'm freaking out. She goes, no, you're not fine. I'm going to the bathroom with you. And I was like, what? So I go into the bathroom, and I start peeing, TJ Maxx. And she's standing there I was peeing, and she was faced the other way. I go outside, and she's grasping me too, and she puts me down on the wheelchair. She's wheeling me to the nurse's office. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm just this. I'm going to the nurse, and I lie down, and she looks at me. She looks at me at this point dead. Puts me on the bed. She goes, so do you think you can go back to class? Bitch, what? I passed out. I'm sweating. I'm about to throw up everywhere. What are you telling me that I should go back to class for? And I slammed my head too on the freaking concrete while I passed out. I was like, I really don't feel good. She's like, okay, I'll call your mom. My mom can't come because she's working. My dad can't come because he's working. So my mom's best friend had to come and get me. She took me out. She wheels me down the thing, and I'm just this. Go home by myself. I'm 11. I went to the doctors 2 days later, and they told me I had a mild concussion. 2 days later, my friend texted me saying, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. He was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm totally fine. He's like, everybody's worried about you. I was like, oh wow, thanks, great supporters, yes. I go into school on the 3rd day. This kid comes up to me. He was in that class when I passed out. He goes, we all thought you died, so we left you there. Bitch, what? don't know how he could say that to me. I go, yeah, we thought you died, so we decided to leave you there because nobody really cared. Thanks, world! Thank you for caring about me. I hate 7th grade. I looked at him, I was like, wow, thanks, like, that really means a lot. At this point, I'm just like about to start bawling my eyes out because he just told me that they thought I died, so they left me there. They left me there. I just gotta give a life lesson out there. If you see someone passing out and you don't see them moving, help them. Do not sit there and watch what's happening. This is like, what would you do? Classmate passing out, hitting their head on the floor, and you thought they died. I would run out of that classroom. You help somebody if they pass out. If you ever see somebody needing help, help them. Is it that hard? No, because all you gotta do is go get help. Especially since I was in 7th grade, that just proves how many friends I didn't actually have and how many people actually didn't like me. After what happened to me with the peeing in TJ Maxx, my brother didn't help me. This 7th grade, nobody helped me. There you go. I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.